See, the whole universe is running only one point. Ahamidam, mamaidam. It is me, it is mine. So you are entangled into that attachment. Therefore, you are samsari, that's a mamata abadda deho vimana jagata, and that's why you have kobausi tongue. Think, who are you? Kobausi tongue. Kathang jato, how you are born. Who is your son? Kasuto. Ba kalatrakam, who is your wife or family. Kathang ba sneho baddosi, chanamastan bichara. How you got attached in the affection, or you got attached to this, you think about that. Ajnana prabhavam sarvam. Everything is because of your ignorance. Jiva maya vasangata deho vimana yogena nana dukkhani bhunjate. You are pure Atman. You are, here why he's giving a very high level of Vedantic talk at the very beginning. Started at the beginning. Because the problem is very serious. Problem is serious. Arjuna is in the verge of breaking down. So when we are in a very bad condition, doctor gives very heavy dose medicines, high dose medicines. No, small dose is given when little sneezing and little coughing going on. So here also, Bhagavan is giving the high dose medicine. I started with Maya, me and mine, you, your son. Who is your son? Who are you? You are not body, you are not mind, you are not father, you are whose father are you? In the Sannyas, in Song of Sannyas, in Swami says, whose father, whose son, whose friend are you? No? So you are Atman. So think, Vibhava, think that way, that it is your ignorance is creating, and me and mine idea is bringing. If so many, in that same day, so many have died in the war, you are not kind for them. You are not breaking down because of that, but because my son, and this idea is making you cry and weep and totally lose your own sense. Manakalpita samsarang. This whole world is your imagination of the mind. Manakalpita samsaram. Is it manakalpita really? It's kalpita, it is kalpana. It is our imagination. Not in our state. This is so real. Everything is real. Heat is heat, cold is cold. Suffering is suffering, joy is joy. How can it be imagination? But Bhagavan says it is kalpito, it has been imagined in your mind. Actually imagine, maybe in this hall we are so many people. Everyone looks at the world differently. One person comes, everyone looking at the same person may have different emotions. How? Because their mind is filtering the thing. The Satchidananda is filtered to the mind, and mind tells me, it is good, it is bad, it is heat, it is cold. No? I'm comfortable, I'm discomfort. So the same situation, 10 people may be there, their perception will be different. That's why it's manakkalpita. Actually, this whole world is manakkalpita. As we know, our dream is manakkalpita. Of course, manakkalpita, no? Who imagines in your dream? Who creates your dream? Myself. Yourself. No third party goes to create your dream. But I see what a power of Maya. You create yourself there, you create the entire universe. Mind has so much power, Kalpana. It can imagine. Unconsciously we do that. You create sun, moon, road, cars, people, friends, enemies, tiger, beast, what not, everything, river. In the dream you can see everything, but who is creating? It is your mind only creating. This is also a projection of your mind. Yeah. So it is you. That's why everyone looks at the world differently. The same day, one may be, today is a bad day for me. The same morning, next person. What a bright day, what a beautiful day. Everyone's mind tells them what is this perception. So it is all manakalpitam samsaram satyam matva. You are thinking it is true, but it is a mishatmakam. It is all misha means mitha. Mitha means, come to the definition. What is mitha? Mitha means not that it is not here. The table is here. Not that you are here. You are here. But I am perceiving you differently. You are not the same every second you are changing. Mitha means mitha and sattva, truth and untruth. What is the definition? Truth does not change. But mitha means which changes every time. My body is changing every moment. My mind is changing every moment. Everything, every particle of the universe is changing every moment. The sun, moon, stars, the trees. Trees are growing one day more. One day their leaves are falling. Sometimes leaves are coming out. Everything is in a movement of change. And that's why it is mitha. Mitha does not mean hallucination. Maya does not mean hallucination. Maya means misconception. Maya means there is unchanging reality, but I am seeing the changes. So, therefore, momosta pasa sangbadho samsare brahmapratyay anadikalo to jivo sattva buddhya vimohito. Anadikal, from time immemorial, jiva, individual soul, is roaming around in the cycle of birth and death. Why? Sattva buddhya. This world is true. I will have to achieve this. I will have to accomplish this. All this desire, leading them one karma to another karma, another karma to another karma, and endless chain of cycle of birth and death is going on because it is by mistake thinking this world is samsara. Samsara means this word. Samsara means samsarati. It is moving every day, every moment. Sore sore jai. In Bengali, it's called sore jai, sore jai. Sore jai means samsarati. Sammak rupena, it moves. Every moment it is moving little forward for decay or growth, whatever may be. So this is the change. And see, you are talking about my son is dead. Taktva grihang jati nara puranam alambate dibba griham jatha. That means as one person lives in a home, it is here is leaking, there is breaking, there is window sill is breaking, and it is so much repair and maintenance, and it cannot be maintained anymore. As a person leaves that house and goes, Naro, Puranam alambate dibbagriham. He enters into a new, fresh home. So similarly, jivaha, individual soul, tatha, and similarly, jirnaboku vihayo, the old body, which is old and dilapidated body, as in the old age we die all will die. No, because the engine is becoming old. All the parts of the engine are, say one by one, teeth is saying I am old, ear is saying I have served you so long, heart is saying I have pumped so many times, kidney is saying I have filtered so many things year after year, you didn't pay attention to me, you are dumped on me as food and food and food, never cared, and now dialysis is good, give, and dialysis says, oh, I cannot do dialysis anymore. So this it is all the parts of the body which is it is becoming old. It will be. So therefore, when this body becomes untenable, so the Atma, Jivatma, naturally, though I want to be hold on, no, the many people very frightened to death. To die is a big serious. But the question is, are you not dying every second? Every day are you not dying? So the old state to the new state, no? Every day. How many cells, how many parts of the body, every part of the body is changing, no? But I think I am the same guy. There's a mistake. We know this, but we don't know. Suppose someone brings all of us a photograph when we are 5 years baby, 10 years, 20 years. No, bring some photograph of that and match with you now. What is this is true or that is true? This is true or that is true? That this change has happened. Do you cry? Oh, I was a baby, I have become a young man. No, you don't cry. But you see that it has changed. And that when that change, you don't cry. Why are you crying when this body will be old and it will not function? Yeah? Same way, why to cry? Because it is already change going on in the whole system. So that's why, so deho antaram. And the person, Gita's idea of Purun also, that Basangsi Jiranani Yatha Vihayo. We read in the Bhagavad Gita also, as the old Basa. Basangsi, the dress, jirna, when it becomes torn and wet, the cloth becomes very old. You use so many times when it's become very weak and is breaking every corner. You throw away, no? And take a new cloth. That a car, you reject one car. Before throwing away the car, you are planning next car. No? So this also, this body is becoming old. Before leaving, you are thinking, in this life, I have said, devotee will say, I have not realized God. I will realize God next life. No? So that's a desire. Someone will say, I wanted to be billionaire. I could not be billionaire. I'll be billionaire next life. Or whatever, some desire should be there, and that will be leading to the next new car. Tesla car or Honda car or Hyundai, whatever. So that you design that, you plan that way to go, move into the another one. So similarly, so there's nothing is lost then. You are thinking that you are lost. This is not lost. Not Rishyate Balla Bhava. The boy's body is not visible when Dehasya Jauvana Udaya, when one body becomes youthful. The childhood is gone. Avastantara samprapto, this change of this state of the personality, deho pariname jada, the body becomes like change. So, napasyati ballabhavam, dehasya jovana, then, and then sutasya janakastena nasochati narodeti. Because this child has lost his childhood and he has become adult. No father cries, ha ha ha, my child has become now young, youthful. No one cries. So if you don't cry, then why are you crying now? Because he has gone to change into another, and another fresh body he will gain. Either if he's a Brahmajnani, he will not to come back. Yeah. And if he has to have any desire, he will have to come back in another body suitable for that fulfillment of the desire. We get our body according to the Upanishads and us. We create our body because we plan, whatever I plan, to fulfill that, similar type of body is necessary. What is possible through the human body, you cannot get it through the bird body. What is in the animal body, you cannot get it through the plant body. No. So they get their own bodies this way. Therefore, Yat Pasyasi Mahabaho, He Mahabaho, mighty Arn Arjun, what you are seeing, Jagat, this world you are seeing, that's Pratibhasikam. It is appearing only. A misinterpretation. And it is what you are just misconception, bringing the conception, looking at the bead, and you are thinking it is a pearl, no? So you are mistaking that way. Deho bharja dhanang putra tururaja niketana suktirajotavat sarvam nakinchit sattamasti. So as you think that you mistake one stone for a pearl, maybe mistaken an ordinary stone, you are thinking it is pearl. Similarly, you are mistaking that everything which is real, your son, your daughter, your husband, your wife, these are all on these trees and plants, these are all not eternally true. It is true for a moment, but it is not eternal true. Why? Susuptikale nahi drisyamanam manasthitang sarvam ananta vishwam. This world is not, how do you say this? This world is not real. It is so real for me. For my every breath, I understand this world is there, I am suffering, I am pleasing. How do you say that? Well, look at your state, three states of our existence, no? Waking state, dreaming state, and sleep state. So, Jagrat, Swapna, Susupti. Then judge that. Jagrat, it is here. When you are dreaming, this world does not exist for you. So you cannot say it is permanent. If it is permanent, it should be always there. But what exists? You exist. I have my experiences in the waking state. That exists. That I is there. I am now dreaming. That I remaining the same guy. Now you go to sleep. I am sleeping. That unconditionally, continuously, I at the background is staying on. But this waking state experiences come and go. Dream experience come and go. And sleep experience is coming and going. And not only that, in the sleeping condition, deep sleep condition, where goes this world? Where goes your mental creation that created universe of your dream world? So dream world is not there. This is not there. Meaning both of these are not real. And Susupti, that is also not real. That is a state. But what is real is what is unchanging I, continuously observing the waking state, observing the dream state, observing the sleep state. We all say, I had a good sleep. Last night I had a good sleep. I didn't know when it rained or when you called me. I was fast asleep. I was fast asleep. Who knows this? Some consciousness is necessary. That I who is conscious, he says, I did not know. That means I know that I didn't know. Is it not? Knowledge means what? I know that I did not know. So that is the consciousness. That's why that consciousness never goes. And everything is coming and going, changing every day. Therefore, susuptikale nahi drisyamanam. When you go to deep sleep state, this drishyaman, this visible universe, does not exist. Manaschitam, it remains in your mind. Mind, evolution, involution. Mind expands now. Mind is expanded now. In the dream, it is withdrawn a little bit from diverse types of external object to internal object. And when you go to sleep, that mind is also sucked into the state of unmanifest. Mind does not die. Mind dies when one realizes God or Brahma Jnana. Before that, mind does not die. So mind remains as if involution has happened, like a spring. They watch, there is a spring, you expand it. This is the waking state. Release, much of the thing gone. Then you see, it is only dreams experience. Release totally. It goes in this cycle, 1 millimeter thin something, that ignorance. That is the I state, and that is the susupti state. So in the susupti state, nahi drishyamanam, this drishyaman, this visible universe, does not exist. Manaschitam, but everything remains in your mind. That's why next morning when you wake up, it springs out and gives the idea, oh, here is the room, here is the tree, here is the plant, here is this. So it is hidden in the mind, and as soon as you wake up again it connects with it. Sarvam Ananta Vishwam, entire universe, our concept of universe, your knowledge, what you have carried in the physical science, your brain understood, your buddhi gave you the knowledge, all as if you get back to that. Samuttite tan manasi prabhati, Characharang Vishwamidam. You see the Charachar Vishwa, but it is nasuttam. It is not true because it was absent in certain time. I say some people go to coma, no? Comatic state people stay for months and months, even I have seen. There is one gentleman in Seattle, St. Louis. He was Swami Shanti was his friend. So he, for some reason, went into comatic state for about months, 1 month, and they kept on life support. And the daughter is saying, Father, you will have to come back to not take care of your grandson. Every day in his ear, she used to put like that. And really surprising, after so many long time, one day he came back. And when he came back, doctors were all surprised. And the doctors were happy to release him next day. But again, for certain period, he was back. And then next morning, when they came to receive, he again dropped totally. But the point is that what I want to mean is even months together, the mind was not active. For him, the universe was not gross universe. Jagat was not there. Jagrat, the waking experience is gone. Dream experience may be there, I do not know. But you are sleeping in a deep comatic state, means mind in the root cause is absorbed. And when he wake up, then again his universe came back. But this, by that time, the world has changed so much by months. But every second it is changing. But so there is we are misconception, or it is our misconception that this world is true. That conception is only ignorance is the cause of that. So is the example. Maya vijrimbhite tasmin. It is because of the Maya. Srak phoni ivo uttitam jagat. The same example in srak and phoni. Phoni means the snake. Srak means the rope. Rope, snake example. This tat sat Maya prabhavena. That is Maya, in the impact of the Maya. What is happening? The Vishwa Akarena Bhasate. You are seeing Brahman. You are all, here is all Brahman. But I am seeing as human being. Swami Vivekananda said in the inspired talks that I have never seen anything but God. You are also have not seen anything but God. Before seeing the table, you see God first and then the table. Because it is only, say in the ocean you go, it is all water, no? Before seeing a wave, you are actually seeing the H2O, water. But we don't think so. We look at the wave, big wave, small wave, bubble, ripple, foam. Our attention goes to the diversity, but not on the content. The content is unchanging, but name and form are changing. That's why it is said, Maya Bijrimbhite. These are all Maya manifested by Maya, Vishwa Akarena Bhasate. And then in this creation, Bhakta Bhogastatha Bhogyam Karta Chakaranam Kriya Gata Gyanam Tatha Geyam Sapnavad Bhati Sarvasa. So here in this ignorant creation, then I am the Bhokta enjoyer. I am enjoying this object, Bhakta Bhoga, Bhogam, and that's the object of enjoyment. All these, Karta, I, Karana, through my instrument, hand, feet, eyes, ears. Jnata, I am the knower. Jnanam, the knowledge I gain. It all are like Sapnavat Bhati. They are all appearing like in your dream you see. And dream is true how long? So long you see the dream. When the dream breaks, your seeing stops. What you are seeing gone. So this universe also is true so long we see it. So long we are in ignorance. As soon as the ignorance, veil of ignorance will be over, we'll see this as Brahman. There is no going, no coming, no birth, no death, no suffering, no pleasure, no pain. Bhakta Bhakta. Najayate mriyate va. The same bhav, same attitude. The Atman does not get born. No, it does not die. No dajyate, it does not get burned. No shushate, it does not get dried up. Avikaro, it has no vikaro, no change, transformation. Sada asango, all the time unattached. Anything we see in this world, everything is attached. Attachment. Our mind is attached. We suffer because of our attachment. The object I love, my attachment is there. There I suffer. But I don't attach to another object. I don't suffer for that. Example is that suppose you have a new car and you are bringing that new car, have a new car and you are bringing home and somebody scratched a little bit. Oh my God, what will be my condition? But in the shop, suppose the dealer, while bringing, he scratched the same spot. You will be happy. Repair it and give me. It's not my problem. So you don't cry because of that, because you think it's not my problem. So attachment is such a fine thing. Very difficult. Before purchase, it is shopkeepers, owners. And ownership change is mine. As soon as it is mine, and then we get furious, maybe minor or more. So this is the trick of the mind. We don't catch our own mind in this way, but it is always playing a trick with us. Attachment for any minor thing, very maybe one penny worth thing, that is very serious. But say I have lost some small thing, I am very frustrated, angry, and someone has lost maybe 100 times more than me. But I am not concerned about that. It's his business. It is my business. So attachment is suffering and joy comes because of my mineness, my connection with it. It is mine. As soon as we say me and mine, that's why that is called Maya. Me and mine is Maya. Thakur said, thee and thine, ami amar, that is Maya, Agyan. Tumi tomar, hey Thakur, oh Lord, everything is you and yours. Then it's called Daya. No? So that is the idea. See that's why it is Abhikara, it does not change it. Sada Asanga, it is ever unattached. God has created this whole universe. He does not suffer. People may say, why kind God has created and so much suffering going on? No? Really, that's the question. If God is all kind, why people suffer so much in God's merciful creation? The question is very serious. The Ramakrishna one time said that, yes, God has created everything, it is His will. And somebody says it is His will, but our problem. It is the problem of us. Then Ramakrishna says, who are you? If it is God's creation, where you are? Where is your position? God has created everything. Where do you come from? Why are you putting your eye? You put your eye, then you suffer. In God's creation, it's all, everything is good. God has created a beautiful, fragrant flower, and God has created what is called the bichuti, ki bole, the poison oak. Oh. God has created poison oak also. But why God has created poison? Poison oak should poison fruits, delicious fruit, both. Look at the standpoint from an artist. Artist creates so many things. Artist creates out of joy of creation. There is nothing bad or good in the eye of an artist, is it not? Artist creates for creation. God created out of his own bounty and joy. But is my liking, my disliking, it is the cause of suffering of us. We put it to God, but it is not so. So it's saying that this is Abhikari Nitya Mukta, that Atman is ever free, Niranjana, ever blissful, untouched by anything. And you are thinking yourself, analyze. Shukra Sanita Yogena Dehoyang Bhautika. This body has come out of father and mother, their conjugal association, and the association of that created this body. No? And balle balakarupo, when it becomes child, it's child form, it takes child form. Jauvane juvaka, when he's youthful, he takes the body, takes that form. Grita annasya kanyam. Now, being a young man, you take another girl from another parent's daughter. Grita annasya kanyam. Ipatni bhavena mohito. You think he's my wife? Or you think my husband? And then, pura jaya no sambandha. You did not know that girl or that boy. Joya, no sambandha. There is no relationship. No sambandha. So, ardhangi, sahodharmini. Now you say, my wife, my husband. So, you get, there is no connection. And then you see, then you feel my husband, my wife. And then, tad garbhe reta sahajato puttascha sneha bhajana. In their there comes a baby. And you say, it's my son. Huh? Tell it why it is all identification. Every child is my child. You can think that way. But no, it is my child is my child. So this is the question that this, what is indicating that this, your suffering is not in the death of Parikshit. Your suffering is thinking that your son. And how your idea came, it is a Vedanta always very critical and very stern. It puts everything in the dissection table. Abhimanyu. What did I say? Oh no. Okay. Abhimanyu. So Abhimanyu is Abhimanyu died. Nothing is happening to others. But he is because he has this idea as my son. And the my son is because of this, the analysis has been done, very rude, crude. But Krishna is giving the idea how, where there is no relationship, we fall into the relationship. And that relationship brings joy or suffering. And that from that comes some future generation. And we feel it is my family, my. It does not mean that we should be brutal like not caring for anyone. But his analysis that we should not be suffering from bereavement until. Yeah, that's why it is Vedanta says, accept as it is. When it comes, accept it. In life, everything comes and goes. Why you should be affected? Things are coming. Balsekar, he was very Vedantic, no? In the Ramana Maharshi's tradition. He used to say his son died in the war, Kargil war. And he said that my son died in Kargil war. His body is gone. What's that? He didn't cry. But what he did, he collected much fund and donated to the military to help those in accident or such death condition in the house, so that they can get better treatment, better something. Raised a huge amount of money and donated to them. His own son died. So Vedantic understanding, it is too high a level of thinking. Very few people can stay in that level of non-identification with their own child. But he is saying that this, analyze this way, that you are that Atman and that consciousness is behind you, and that is the reality, and all these appearances are equally non-existing. But it is existing, it appears like existing, like Buddhism say, Alata Chakra. You rotate a ball of fire, you rotate in high speed, it shows you like a circle of fire. But there is no circle at all. It is a static point ball. If you slow down the speed, even the fans, high speed, when the fan rotates, you don't see the blades. But there are. That is the misconception is happening. This is the rapid movement of the mind. And mind is giving this wrong interpretation. Therefore, na dehi tava sambandha. Therefore, O Arjuna, there is no connection with your body. Na dareshu sutena cha. Not your wife, not your son. Pasavadha sayang bhutva. You are thinking You are bound under the ties of ignorance. Mugdhosi. You have become overwhelmed with mamata gunoi. Me and mindness. You have become totally lost into that. And if you can durjaya mamata apasas, chedya sura manavai, mama bharja mama patang, matva mugdhosi muravat. You have become like a fool by thinking it's a durjaya. It is very difficult to conquer this me and mine idea. Mamata pass, it is like a bondage, no? Acheddo, it is very difficult to cut. Even Sura, gods, Manavi, even human being. Gods, man and God, it is very difficult to cut. You have to get out of that. Now, Deho, Nattang Deho Mahabaho. You are not the body. You are not the body. Then how there be your son? Tabo Putra Katham Bada. Tabo Putra Katham. How is your son then? Sarvang Taktva. Giving up all this vicharena sarupam avadharaya. So the first advice is you understand your sarupa. Swa means own. Rupa means divine form. What is your divine form? What are you? Just contemplate on that by analysis. There is no other means to understand that I am not the body, excepting following the path of vichara, discernment, discrimination, analysis. So you take that path and understand actually you are the Atman, and there is nothing but that Atman you are projecting through the mind, and me and mine, your identification is causing the suffering, not the object as such. Object is that birth, death, and given the example, every moment we are dying, we never feel for, we don't find, every day stand before the mirror, I see my own face, no? I'm okay. I think I'm the same person. But no, every day, every moment it is changing. But we have no eye to see that. Our mind does not allow. But after something happens, it is dramatic change, that shocks our mind. So, but change is happening. Change is life. Accept that change and accept that that is unchanging also. Why are you focusing on the change? Why not focus on the unchanging? We can put our attention on both the sides. We can focus on our changing aspect. We can also focus our attention on the unchanging aspect. So put your attention to the unchanging consciousness aspect. That is your own self, Atma, Sarupam. Try to understand your own Sarupa. But Arjuna said, as we all will say, what will you say? But you said so many things, but. What is but? Arjuna said, but King Karomi Jagannatha, O Lord of the universe, what shall I do? So keno dashyate manaha. You say all these things, I understand. But my heart is burning in fire. I cannot withstand that pain. It is burning me in my heart. This is really a son, death of a son. It is Ramakrishna, look at that. Is Bhagavan Swayam. His nephew died, Akshay. And he said, first day, he said, bah, it is good. The Atma left the body. As we read just now. The Deho is the body. Atma comes out. Bah, one soul is released from bondage. Oma. And next day, they're standing that Dakshineshwar in his room. And suddenly he felt as if his heart is being squeezed, like one is squeezing the towel. And it is that much pain he felt. And then Ramakrishna said, see, I cannot take care of my own body. I cannot take care of my own clothing. And how much I have relationship with my nephew, Akshay, no? But see, the Divine Mother is showing how much a person in household life feel the pain of separation from the child. No? That is true. It is not to be ignored. But that's why Arjuna said, but, oh Arjuna, oh Krishna, King Karami, what shall I say? I understand your words. Intellectually, I get it. We all get it. These words are very logical. But logical thing is one thing, but heart and feeling is another thing. Logic may go in the brain, but in the heart, how can I withstand that? Sokena dajjate manaha. My mind is burning like a fire in a soak, bereavement. Putrasya thinking about the guna, the wonderful characteristics of my son, and Rupancha, his beauty, and his own capabilities, what he did. Thinking about that, achinta parangmana, my mind is always drawn into that thought. Nityang dhaijang nalavati kshanam. My mind is always connected to that thought of my son. Kshanam, even for a moment, nalavati kshanam dhaijam. I cannot hold my mind steady from that thought. Upayang bada. Please tell me what is the way out. Oh, jena shoka prasammati. As I will be able to get out of this shoka. No, this time is over. Then again, he will be giving the same type of Vedantic concept. He is bringing the idea of Jagrat, waking state, dream state, sleep state, a Vedanta analysis. Then he will be bringing the idea of the five sheet idea, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya. So that same Vedantic principle, they will be bringing again and again to insist on that. And ultimately, it will happen that in the end of the 7th chapter, which is this book, he will say, now I got back to my awareness. Because he is a wonderful spiritual student, no? Arjuna was not an ordinary sadhaka. So he could easily, with few strokes of such strong words from ideal guru, Krishna, ideal student, could catch it. Next morning, you'll have to go. These verses are in Sanskrit. If someone chants them, how long it will take? So it is only maybe 1 hour or 2 hours in presence of Bhagavan Krishna. Arjuna got back his own senses and then he started, took the resolution to fight next day. And that is the history. Okay, so we end here today. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. So tomorrow another chapter or something I'll touch it to give you a little idea. This is a Shanti Gita. Sanskrit is very understandable, easy for us. Very simple Sanskrit. Sometimes Sanskrit has it is scholarly language, it is very simple language, so we can easily relate them to the meaning.
I think it's still even if someone has that, I think that physical, I see a lot of people, they miss the physical presence more than anything, even if they understand that some devotees, they miss somebody, but the physical contact, that physical relationship, that cuts more.
Yeah. No, we are human, so we have two aspects. Human side is there, and it is also God's will. He has given affection in the heart of mother, father. That's why the world goes on. Look at the affection given. The birds are with their baby bird till they learn how to eat. No, how mother is bringing food in their beaks and feeding. No, that is the love of mother. The love of God's love is being projected and shown that everywhere that plays. That's another aspect. If you can look at the world like a painting, as a painter paints, as I said, out of joy. And also, there may be two types of visitors. One who could just go for fun, enjoying, wow, this is beautiful. What is the greatness in each, and appreciate that. That he will enjoy the bliss. But he will be tempted, me and mine, and try to steal one of the painting, he will be caught. The world tap, the bondage will come there. So to be in the world like a drashta, This story is to be in the world like a witness. That is the goal. Then everything will be there. But it is God's creation. I have nothing to do. I am just an observer. I am just enjoy. Anything comes. That is the state of equilibrium, equanimity. Okay, any question?
Swamiji, how is it that like we all know about Bhagavad Gita? Thank you. Swamiji, how is it that we all know about Bhagavad Gita, but this one, like this is the first time I have heard of this. It's amazing.
Yeah, I also tried to find its root. It was not found. Even in Mahabharata, I searched, and that is not referred. But reference is there that Sri Krishna and the Abhimanyu was killed, and the bereaved father, Arjuna, was totally lost, and he was taken to Krishna, and Krishna gave that much, only one verse, one reference. But it is a oral tradition. Many things come from oral tradition. And that oral tradition called the Bhagavad also came from oral tradition. In early days, all the scriptures were from the oral tradition. That's why it called Shruti. All the Upanishads are called Shruti, oral tradition. The teacher experience and it transmits to the student, and the student then absorbs them. In our childhood also, how much we used to memorize. In the school, you remember there are childhood days. We go to school and one student will be repeating 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 2 is 2, 5 times 2 is 10, 5 times 3 is 15, like that, no?
Yes.
Just we are trained that way to memorize, memorize, memorize. And all the scriptures came that way, and that because writing was not available, press was not there. So it was so difficult to keep them, preserve them. That's puthi. That's why then the later period came the handwritten scripts of the scriptures. They used to copy. Even when I joined, I used to copy many rare books. For some Swami said, "Oh, can you copy me for this?" So that was the way to preserve the knowledge. So it is oral tradition.
I was curious, like, how do you balance this world denying approach that Shri Krishna gives versus Ramakrishna's world affirming approach?
What did you say?
How do you balance this world denying approach that you're reading from Shri Krishna with Ramakrishna's world affirming approach?
Oh, acha, acha. The two approach, you take what approach appeals to you. Sometimes maybe accepting approach, accepting denial approach. The police, did you see the police? They come, when they come, they have one gun, another knife, another spray. All these are different tools they keep, no? So every day, 24 hours when we are moving in our life's journey, what we are facing? If it's done with the spray machine, they spray something and the opponent person will leave you. If it does not do, take a dagger. And Vedanta takes gun. So whatever you like, whatever is your just main purpose, yena tena prakarena Krishna manoniveshaya. By any means, think of God. What helps you? Take. Vedanta is very open. Absolute Vedanta, those who are very strict Vedanta, only Vedanta, few people are there who can hold on to that 24 hours. No? But we as a Vedanta, Ramakrishna Vedanta, we take all the 4 aspects of Jnana, Karma, Yoga, Bhakti. That's why Vivekananda said what he said, very powerful word. I shall give you dry, hard reasons. Remember, that's the Vedanta. Dry, hard reasons, AJ. Dry, hard reasons. Softened in the sweetest syrup of love. And cooked in the kitchen of yoga. No. Made spicy with intense karma. Give some spice. And he said, blowing, boom, bam, boom, bam, shooting. All this when spices are thrown into the oil, oil when it's ready to heated oil, then it splashes here and there. Karma, action, reaction, this, that. Made spicy with intense karma. And cooked, now cooked in a meditation, cooked in the cooked in the kitchen of yoga, so that a baby can easily understand it. Spiritual life, 24 hours to make this age, this samanaya everywhere. The four path is the best path Ramakrishna showed. And Ramakrishna mission is working that. Look at that. The sadhus are one time doing all this great philosophical analysis, and in their life they're running institutions, yeah, schools, colleges, hospitals. It is going on without any effort. Exactly the same work is to be done as in outside. One CEO works one department, go to our hospital center who runs. How much responsibility? 600-bed hospital in Calcutta. They have nursing home, not nursing home, nursing school, PhD course, doctorate course in the after MD. All these are run by one Swami head. So many sadhus in different departments. How much work they do? They're doing work, they're meditating in their life, they're doing the analysis and devotional practice going to in their personal life. So this should be, because we are not equipped, we are not capable of doing things like that. Very few are capable of praying all the time, Ota Puroma, give me, give me. And how will you earn your money? How will you get your food? Who will pay your bill? So you have to go for work. Huh? We sadhus, you can feed us, we can eat. But for you, you have to earn money. So that's why it is necessary to have all these four aspects. Even meditation. How long you can meditate? You have the capacity. Suppose tomorrow says, okay, you go meditate 1 month, nothing to do. You will be, with brain will crack. If one day, 2 days, ha ha ha, it's good, very good. Third day, you will see what is the reaction comes. So that's why we are not fit for doing that type of meditation. We are not fit for 24 hours analyzing the Vedantic truth. We are not fit for praying to crying and weeping in the name of God 24 hours. And we are capable of doing that. That we know, that is natural tendency. But that karma to be turned into karma yoga. So with that, we do karma, we do meditation, we do pray, and we do analyze. No, that's the ideal. Okay. Thank you very much. Jai Ma.
Swami, you're here. Swami Sarvadevananda is
So somebody on my computer saying,
yeah,
what's India?
it's fun to look up there and see.
Okay.
I have a question for you, Swami. Oh, the question is around sort of karma, and I have a little puppy. I love her, but when we first got her, she used to pee in the house, and we used to correct her as soon as she peed, so that she would know, this is the reason why you're correcting me. And if you correct her, an hour later, she won't know. With karma, as I understand, you can do something bad in one life and suffer for it in the next, but there's no, I don't remember my past lives. And so what's the connection between having a karma in one life to now, if we're supposed to learn from karma? So what's that connection if we don't necessarily, remember what we did, or
Yeah.
how can we learn?
It does not depend on your remembering. Suppose I have put my finger unconsciously, many people cooking time, they burn their finger. And he maybe after 10 minutes said, what is this? He was so absorbed in cooking that he didn't remember that the finger also had burned, and that time that feeling she could not remember. But that does not mean that finger is not burned. So karma is not a perfect theory. But as far as reason goes, karma theory is the most rational and acceptable to the intelligent brain. Otherwise, I did nothing and I'm suffering. What is the cause? Why out of 10 people, We are all going, you see, it happens. In a car accident, I know one of my known people, they're coming back from Kamarpukur, and then car was full with mom, dad, mom, and 4 or 5 people were there in the car, and a baby. Everyone spot dead, only the baby remained. Now tell me, in the same car, accident has happened, and all the 4 elderly people died, and a baby, who is the most vulnerable, baby survived. So, I do not know, I am not justifying anything, but if being karma theory, probably something was there which caused their cause of death, accidental death, and the baby to survive, it survived. So karma theory makes a sense of understanding the suffering and pleasure and pain. Maybe we have forgotten, but suppose in this life, how many things we did? Do you remember? I don't remember. From childhood, how many naughty things I did when I was a young boy. How many leg pulling I did. Going into an engineering school. What type of thing they call? It is ragging. What a good thing they do. And some children are almost die out of that traumatic whole life, but they're making fun. They didn't think that they're doing anything good, bad, but they're hilarious to do those nonsense things. So that karma will come up sometime in some form. Then you say, I didn't do anything, I'm the good guy, why I'm suffering that way? Best, why it has come to me, not to anyone? And so this is the point. Say one car, I give example another. The car, my car just got into the accident. Just 1 second before another car was in the same position, he escaped. You may give some example or this reason, that reason, but why it has happened? No, exactly we cannot calculate all those things, but it is believed that karma takes us. But that's why we want to give the karma to God. Good, bad, I do not know, Lord, I offer it to you. So from your account, it goes to the God's account. If it God takes up, then you are released. If someone takes my loan payment, the responsibility of loan payment, oh, what a good thing. No, I will be free. But I am to believe that yes, I am offering really. I am offering my everything, all that good and bad. I keep my good thing for mine and a bad thing for you. That will not happen. We should have to give everything to him, good or bad, consciously or unconsciously, whatever I have done, consciously or unconsciously, in this life or in other life, please, please forgive me. Please forgive me, O Lord. No? And I give it to you. Another. Short.
It's actually a follow-up to Clem's question. So if it's desire that creates the next body, then how do you explain like genetic illnesses and whatnot? Like, nobody has the desire for that.
Again, someone help me.
It's, this karmic, you said, right?
Yeah,
It's
it's
karmic, man, how do you explain like genetic
Illnesses.
illnesses? How do you explain genetic illnesses?
no, because like you said that it's
If you don't, nobody desires, nobody desires genetic illness, so how do you explain genetic illness?
Like, for example, a child is born with some kind of a Down syndrome or some kind of a major.
So I do not know.
disability.
I cannot explain that thing, but there also should be some reason. But don't blame that child now. Because someone is suffering, we should be sympathetic. Our 2 attitudes should be taken. If you say why he is suffering, his father is responsible. Father wanted to good child. Ma is responsible. No, Ma wants a nice child. Ma wants to serve and save, and they feel bad. But this is not there. Then who have done this? Why it has come to him? If you say so and believe in the karma theory, I am not saying, that's why I said at the very beginning, karma theory is not a perfect solution of all questions. But if you accept that theory, then you have to accept some karma in some way. What has happened? It came to that baby. Yeah? And that body is made to suffer that way so that all bad karmas will go away. Bhaktas really, those who are devotees, they take suffering as a cleansing process. Rajanikanto's song is there. Tai bujiya dayal vedhi dile more, jatona dile prachur, আমায় সকল রকমে কাঙাল করেছো গর্ব করিতেছো. He was a good, big poet, Rajanikanto. He used to write beautiful poems, and the appreciation was going from all over the country, no? And he is thinking, oh, I am a good writer, I am a good poet, no? Bhabitam, ami likhi bujibus. I think that I was a good writer, and I am a good composer. And whole country loves me. And that's why what you did, you gave me this incurable disease. In the deathbed, he's writing this. You gave me this, what a kindness of yours, to understand no one loves me, and I am not of the world. You are my world. You are my everything. To bujhiya dayal badhi dile more, jatona dile prachur. You gave me this suffering, gave me this bereavement. It's a devotee's attitude to wipe out my bad karmas and my misunderstanding. Otherwise, I'll be stuck to the world more. When world renowned, everyone renowned gives up with you, then you see who is your own. Even look at the point when I die, who will go with me? You may have a fan of 10,000 people, 1 million people. When you die, who will go with you? You may have no one who will go with you. And you have millions of followers of you. Who will go with you? Your journey is your journey. So that time we have to prepare for that journey. What we are studying, doing everything to prepare for that journey. No one will go with me. I am to make a lone more journey to my home. Not to get frightened, but to get ready for this realistic analysis. Okay, thank you.
Can you ask if anybody online has any questions?
Oh, online, if you have any question, anyone?
Yes, Swamiji, I have got a question. Pranam.
This is Nalini.
I'm Nalin.
Nalini, yeah.
Yeah.
Please,
Swamiji,
they will explain to me.
Swamiji, out of those bhakti, karma, jnana, yoga, when one gets inclined to one of these, is it because of the belief that in the previous birth, whatever was our interest area and where we left, we tend to start from there? Or is there any logic behind why one gets more interest in one of these four paths?
Why one gets when I follow the path of bhakti, why one follows path of jnana? Yeah, it is the tendency. It is the tendency which we create because of our own journey. Suppose in this life, someone likes to go to the bhajan group. They like very much. It has a tendency, that type of old tendency is there, and he feels it is nurturing him. So that is the way someone born, I remember one of our brother monk, he was a brahmachari with me. The day he joined, he is actually non-dual Vedanta. The day he joined, I said, hey brother, let us go to meditate. He said, who is meditating? Who will meditate? Upon whom he will meditate? Who is to meditate upon whom? If there is only one, no? And he's learned, I learned, when his father was to be a monk. He planned to be a monk. But earlier days, our family situation is such, parents will make you marry when you are a very small young boy. Anyhow, so that son, he raised his child from the very beginning with Vedanta. Gyanojo, he is just 11th or 12th grade boy, when he was coming to join. He has finished Raja Yoga and Jnana Yoga 2-3 times. Studied everything. So, you know, that boy is born with some tendency, and our Gita says that boy with the tendency is born, he will be born in an environment where it will be congenial for him. So the father, mom, or environment will help him to instigate those feelings and emotions, and he grows with that tendency, and he goes to similar type of people. So yes, it is some good karma of the past, or his practice in one direction was bhakti, maybe bhakto. He likes bhakti over jnana, or jnana over bhakti. These are very coming from the same sanskar or impression of our other life. Okay.
Thank you, Swami.
Thank you all very much. Tomorrow we'll meet again 7:30.
Thank you, Swami. What happened?
Yeah.